Happy Thanksgiving. Now, what would Thanksgiving be without a little video about gratitude? I'm going to talk about gratitude in a very different way. However, gratitude, as we know, is extremely important. It's one of the highest vibration emotions that we can experience. Being present to that is very, very important, especially when we want to continue to attract more of those things into our lives. But what about the other side of gratitude? The receiving side of it. We tend not to think about that as much as we think about being grateful, but the receiving of gratitude is equally as important. When somebody expresses appreciation, it is very easy to deflect, whether it's a compliment and we go, oh, just this whole thing, or somebody says, thank you for doing something, and we go, oh, it's nothing, really, don't worry about it. Anybody would have done that. Or for being there in a time of need. Really, it was no big deal, no problem. What happens is we are actually depriving that other person from the joy of giving gratitude. The expression of gratitude to another person is a form of connection. It is a bonding, it's being in relationship, it's actually being present. When somebody looks at you and says, thank you, or I really appreciate you, or hey, I really like that outfit, that looks great on you, which is in a way a form of gratitude, is a compliment, saying I appreciate your presence. When we can stop and be present back to them and take in their words and say thank you, it is a huge gift for them. I had a time when I was in veterinary school when I could not take compliments very well. Anytime somebody complimented me, I would brush it off. I would sometimes even argue. I had a very hard time being with a compliment. Then one day, a good friend of mine had had enough. And she said, Jennifer, and I said, yeah. She said, say thank you. When I give you a compliment, don't argue, don't deflect, just say thank you. I said, oh, okay, thank you. And from that moment on, I looked at the receiving of gratitude in a whole different light. Keep in mind that everything relational has two sides. There's the giving and there's the receiving. When we communicate, there's the speaker, there's the listener. The same thing goes for gratitude. And when someone is expressing gratitude to us, think about the gift you can give back by just simply pausing, receiving, connecting, and saying thank you, or I'm glad you like that, or I'm happy to do that for you again, or whatever your appropriate response might be. So this Thanksgiving, as we are often giving gratitude to things we have, also be on the lookout for people expressing gratitude to you for helping in the kitchen, for bringing a food item, for driving far, for clearing the dishes, whatever it might be, and take an opportunity to practice the receiving and the connecting. And I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving.